Hey. What's the deal? What's up? What's going on? Happy to have you here. Look it, I got a workout buddy today. Nah, he did a bunch of pull-ups and then left. He did like one big set and then one like hold and left. But yeah, I always like to see people out there getting it. I'm still learning how to not be completely territorial when I'm out there, but I'm learning. But yeah, so that was the five pull-ups, and now I'm going to do 5 chin-ups. I decided in today's video to basically include the chin-ups and pull-ups into one constant, like one shot, and only stop the shot after I've completed 5 of each. So it's 9 sets, that I do overall, but it's really like 5 reps of each exercise within each set. So yeah, 10 reps a set, but I split it into 2 different exercises. And that probably made it sound way more confusing than what it is, but that's not what I intended, okay? Yeah, I always notice that when I try to explain things, I'm like, man, is that more confusing now that I've explained it than it was before? Than if they just tried to figure it out on their own or just, came to their own conclusion. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing, okay? You can't stop me, alright? That's what I do. So yeah, I had started recording, basically recording my voice over this video for 2 minutes straight almost, when I realized I wasn't even recording. I was just talking to myself, talking over the video. And I was like, wow, Mike, called myself the I word. And yeah, but I didn't mean it. It's just what you say to yourself sometimes when you're like, wow, did I just do that? Yeah. I'll call myself that real quick and then be like, nah. And some things we all can be a little on the slower side, and whatever those things are for us specifically. But as far as a general inability and incapability to think or whatever, I don't think that that's true for most of us. I'm more impressed with my form now, than I was before. I'm not really impressed with anything I do, honestly. But as far as I'm happy with the progress that is being made, as far as the form overall. I'm still not reaching full, range of motion as far as locking out the arms and then coming back up. To me, that's just too much stress on my elbows at this point of my journey. But I know that eventually, especially, once the weight continues to go down a little bit, I know I'll be able to do it. But yeah, even regarding weight, when I was heavier before, I was about the same size that I am now, but it's just the molding of the dough has changed, right? Instead of it being loose and flabby or whatever, not flabby, but I was never like that, but as far as it being loose or whatever, it's just not anymore. So it's just harder, and harder with more crevices. So it's I feel like I haven't really lost any to much weight at all. If at all, it's probably no more than 50 pounds over the past year and a half, 2 years. I don't really feel lighter. I feel more dense, but in a different way, right? When you're kind of just fat out here, when fat all over, you feel generally doughy, you feel fluffy, right? But as you start to turn that into fat without really doing too much cardio aside from long walks and walking a lot, that's the only cardio I do. But yeah, if that's all you do, then yeah, certain areas of your body will slim down, like the legs, because I'm not out here doing squats and stuff. But yeah, the belly and stuff, that stuff is coming in so slow, dude. So slow. I think especially because I'm more disciplined with food than I ever have been. But I still, I fast every day. But the thing is, I eat at the end of the day. And man, when I eat at the end of the day, shoot, I eat, right? It's a big thing. It's a big deal. Okay? So I'm still trying to find the pattern for that works the best. It's just like with these videos. I'm just trying different angles, trying different things, seeing what works best. I'm trying to do that with every area of my life. And I encourage whoever's watching, listening, whatever, to do the same. That we have to not perfect each thing that we do, but just always be trying to make it the most optimal for ourselves. The best for ourselves, the best for those around us, the best for those we care about. So that's what we do. And since I try to do my best to care about everybody, even though I don't know you all, You know, I try to tell you, I don't try, I tell you the truth. That's what I do. I'm going to be honest with you. Um, so, yeah. I think you hold yourself to a different standard unless you're just a complete, whatever. But you hold yourself to a different standard when you're speaking to the masses, right? Speaking to the public, speaking to people who are not right in front of you, right? When you know people are going to watch down the line. It makes me hold myself to a different standard. And it helps me to be more accountable, you know. Honesty is not hard for me, but, doing things like this and just, and other things that are similar, I like it, right? I like that. I like to be held to a certain standard, right? It's a good thing. Now, if you up to a whole bunch of nonsense and foolishness, then maybe that's not the best thing, right? Maybe what you're putting out there might not be good for the young ones down the line. But that's not how I choose to do things. And I'm kind of talking about a lot of different stuff right now. Didn't really mean to do that. Meant to keep it on the workout, but here we're doing 9 sets total, right? 45, 45, pull-ups, 45 chin-ups. Now, as you can see, I've incorporated the chin-ups and the pull-ups, like I said before, into one set, like one basic take, So different angles, different ways I'm facing, just different things, just to see how it looks, see what the difference is doing it this way. At some point very soon, I'll likely switch it up, like I've been doing, switch it up, keep it fresh. I'm learning how to do one thing a million ways, and not just with this stuff, but with different things in life. People will tell you, no, this is the way, this is how this should be done, this is the way you do this thing. I'll learn that way, but then I'll also see 50 other possible ways of doing that same thing, right? And mostly coming to the same result. So what I'm learning is be yourself, okay? Whatever you're doing, if it's true to who you are, do that thing, all right? Hopefully that thing brings you closer to God, right? Hopefully that thing is something that helps, at least doesn't hurt other people, even if it doesn't help other people, hopefully it doesn't hurt other people, these kinds of things. The reason I make these videos is just to share progress, to inspire the hope, right? Because I've heard so many people say, I can't do this or can't do that physically, and I'm like, well, and even I used to say some of those things, a lot of those things, I can't do this or that because of this or that. Don't you know I got this or that, I can't do this or that? But I don't believe in none of that. All things are possible through God, okay? There's nothing that God can't do. So if that's the case, then what do we have to fear? What do we have to doubt? We don't have anything to fear. There's nothing, there's no reason for us to doubt. All we got to do is have faith and work hard and persevere. Not just like give up because something's too difficult after you're trying it a few times. No, you got to keep going at that thing. Keep letting that thing knock you out and punch you in the face, and you got to keep getting up. Yeah, I got knocked out for the past 75 days straight, but hey, at least you got up. Got up to get knocked out again. Or maybe one day you get a punch in, not a literal punch, but at life and the things of life that beat us down, right? Maybe one day you overcome that thing in some kind of way, and then in every way. That's just how it's been. That's how it goes. Now, it's really important how you talk to yourself, how you talk to God, and how you talk to others. Not in that order, but just those 3 things. It's important. It'll determine so many things. All right. I could share some stories right now of the things that have been happening recently to me, but I'll share those at some other time, because it's almost like I'm still trying to process certain things. But basically the gist of it is, once I decided to change my mind about so many things, and about the way I'm going to approach different things, man, everything seems like things are just opening up in different ways, and I'm like, okay, so I can't be special.